Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Myself Dr. Anil Terdal, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Chemistry, JSS Arts, Science and Commerce College, Gokak. The college is affiliated to Rani Chennamma University, Belgavi. So in the last three videos, we have discussed uh, on the topic of electrogravimetry. So we discussed in the last three videos, that is introduction to gravimetry, classification of gravimetry, electrogravimetry, basics, principle, and instrumentation of gravimetry. So, in the today's discussion or in this video, we are going to uh, discuss in detail about the determination of copper by using electrogravimetric method. So, before that, we will see a little bit on the principle, and then we can easily connect the determination part. So, in the electrogravimetric method, the analyte, usually metal based analyte, is being determined through electrolytic deposition onto a suitable electrode under controlled experimental conditions. In electrogravimetric method, filtration is not required, and under controlled parameters, the co-deposition of two metals or elements often be avoided. So, this is the basic principle of the electrogravimetry. So in the electrogravimetry, electrodeposition or electrolytic deposition of the metals is very important under suitable experimental conditions. So under suitable experimental conditions meaning which includes controlled current, maybe controlled potential. So that we will discuss, that we already discussed in the instrumentation part. So what, how the instrumentation of the, how the instruments related to electrogravimetric method is working. So in the today's video, so we are going to discuss a very important determination. So that is the determination of copper by using electrogravimetric method. So, in the discussion part or in the theory part, copper may be deposited from either sulfuric or nitric acid solution, but usually a mixture of two acids is employed. If such a solution is electrolyzed with an EMF of or with a potential of 2 to 3 volt, the following reactions occur. At cathode, copper reduced to copper 0, and hydrogen is also going to reduce to hydrogen gas, which is liberated at cathode, and at anode this hydroxide ions gets oxidized to oxygen and water. This gives us 4 electrons, and these electrons are required to reduce the copper plus 2 ions at cathode. So this is a theory behind the determination of copper by using electrogravimetry method. So this reaction is done by using two electrode system, that is constant current method, that is constant current electrolysis method. So in that, the analyte solution containing copper is taken in an electrochemical cell. So you can see here is electrochemical cell. So in this electrochemical cell we need to just take the sample solution or sample of the copper, and then add carefully 2 ml of concentrated sulfuric acid and 1 ml of concentrated nitric acid. So nitric acid should be free from nitrous acid. By so how we are going to do this? So just by boiling the nitric acid, or just by adding the little urea to the nitric acid, so that is considered as a nitric acid is free from nitrous acid. So once we have this solution in the electrolysis cell, so then the cell is ready for going to do the reaction. Next is weigh, clean and dry platinum gauge. So this is a platinum gauge. You can see this is a uh, blue color. So this is a platinum gauge. So next step is weigh, clean and dry platinum gauge, which is acting as working electrode. So that is acting as a working electrode. Assemble and connect the electrode deposition apparatus is as shown in this figure. So we have apparatus here. What are those apparatus? Ammeter, voltmeter, or you can say it is potentiometer, then battery, and here is a platinum wire gauge or platinum, and the platinum spiral anode, magnetic stirrer, or we can say it is magnetic bar, and electrochemical cell here. So all these apparatus is connected or assembled as shown in this figure. So before starting electrodeposition of the copper solution, switch on the stirrer, this stirrer, so which is used for the to make the solution homogeneous always. Then adjust the voltage and current to 3 to 4 volt and 2 to 4 ampere respectively. The electrolysis of copper solution, the electrolysis of copper solution or the electrodeposition of copper starts soon after adjusting the voltage and current to these values. I repeat, electrolysis of copper solution or electrodeposition of copper starts soon after soon after adjusting the voltage and current to these values. Continue the electrolysis until the blue color of the copper solution is completely disappeared. So blue color appears due to the presence of copper. So that indicates the presence of copper. So how much we need to do the electrolysis? So continue the electrolysis until the blue color of the copper solution is completely disappeared. So how much time we need to do this one? In an hour, all the solution color becomes disappeared. Once it is disappeared, then what we need to do is we just need to reduce the current to zero point 0.5 volt, 0.5 ampere to 1 ampere, from 2 to 4 ampere, and then test the completeness of the deposition. If no copper plates or deposits out on the fresh surface of the cathode, electrolysis, this indicated that the electrolysis may be regarded as complete. So how we are going to check the completeness of the electrodeposition? Just by exposing this solution to the fresh surface area of the platinum gauge. If there is any copper, then we can see the copper deposits on the fresh surface area of the platinum gauge. If there is no copper present in the solution, then we cannot see anything on the surface of the platinum gauge. That if there is nothing on the surface, or if there is nothing copper plates on the surface of this electrode, that indicates the electrolysis reaction is complete. So once the electrolysis reaction is complete, so without disturbing this external circuit, the apparatus or disconnection of this circuit is not being done. Why? Because so this is very important to wash this electrode before disconnecting this circuit. Upon once washing is done, then disconnect the apparatus. Disconnect the sorry. Disconnect the apparatus and rinse again with a rinse this electrode with a uh, distilled water by dipping this platinum wire gauze in the beaker. Upon rinsing or after rinsing, cathode is dried for 2 to 3 minutes at 100 to 110 degrees Celsius. So once rinsing is done, then we need to dry it by the application of temperature of about 100 to 110 degrees Celsius. Once this drying is done, then what we need to do is we just take out the this platinum wire this platinum gauge from the oven, then cool it to a room temperature. Once it is cooled, then take the weight of this platinum gauge cathode. So before electrolysis and after electrolysis, we need to take the weight of this platinum gauge. So this difference in the weight before and after electrolysis is the weight of the copper present in the given sample. So that is here is the formula, that is W copper is equal to WCA minus WCB. WCA indicates weight of the cathode after electrolysis. WCB indicates weight of the cathode before electrolysis, and W copper is equal to weight of the copper present in a given solution. So this is the uh, procedure, and this is the basic principle and procedure for the determination of copper by using electrogravimetric method. And this is very important for our main exam, that is annual exam. So if you have any questions regarding this today's discussion, You just text me in the comment box. I will definitely reply there, or we will discuss further. Thank you.